to talk about meltdowns. So for those with younger or less physically strong children, smaller children, I will tell you what I do when my daughter has a meltdown. And you have to definitely recognize there's a difference. I think most of us know, but I'll go over it just in case, between a meltdown and a tantrum. So a tantrum is, most children throw them, even special needs children. All children throw tantrums. Heck, as an adult, I'm pretty sure I've thrown a tantrum or two recently. But a tantrum can be solved by giving in, right? So if your child throws a tantrum because they want your iPad and you go, okay, fine, have your iPad, and they stop, that's a tantrum, right? A meltdown could be set off by any number of things, and it cannot be solved by giving in. Meaning that when my daughter is having a meltdown, it doesn't matter what I offer to give her, she's still freaking out having a meltdown. There's literally nothing I can give her to stop it. It is not a solution-based like a tantrum. A tantrum is, hey, you're having a tantrum here, have a lollipop, right? I'm not saying that that's a good idea, that will improve your parenting skills, probably not. But I am saying that can solve a tantrum. A meltdown is very different. So when my daughter has a meltdown, there's no solution. And one of the things that I have found that has helped me a lot is that it can be very stressful as a parent when your child's having a meltdown, especially if you're in a public place or if family's around, or even if you're just home by yourself. It can be really stressful, hard on us. That makes our reactions worse. It just escalates the whole thing and it gets out of control. I have had meltdowns last hours with my daughter if I do not do what I'm about to tell you right now. And you can take it with a grain of salt, give it a try, don't give it a try, up to you. But what I do with my daughter when she has a meltdown is that I accept that this is a meltdown and not a tantrum. This is the first thing, because it's very easy for us, darn it, all these notifications. It's very easy for us as parents to want to push back, especially when our child is pushing against us. We want to push back. We want to win, right? You want to win that battle. So I have to accept, okay, this time, this is clearly a meltdown, not a tantrum. And what I do is, if I can get her up onto a bed just because it's more comfortable, if not, on the floor, she's already on the floor, like hysterically throwing a meltdown. I will get down with her and I will literally like wrap, I don't know how much you can see, it doesn't really matter. I will wrap my arms and my legs very gently, but firmly, securely around her so that she cannot hit me. She cannot hit herself. She cannot kick me. I hold her and I very calmly say, shh, it's okay. It's okay, and in a calm voice. And I just continue that. Now that can last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I stay calm the entire time. She'll say, ow, you're hurting me. I'm not. I know I'm not. I'm not holding her firmly enough to hurt her. She does not have any bruises when we're done. This is just it is that security that she doesn't know that she needs, that she doesn't know that she wants because she's having a meltdown. If your child is very anti-being touched, it may not work for you. Typically, my daughter loves to be affectionate, to be held, to be touched. So it does work in that sense. I don't know how it would work with a child that has sensory issues on being touched. So that's my forewarning there. But I hold her firmly and gently, and I repeat over and over in a very calm voice, it's okay, shh, it's okay, I love you, it's okay. And I guarantee you guys, if I just leave her and I watch her meltdown or I walk away, it's an hour or 2 hours easy, where she will scream and cry and kick and hit and melt down. If I do this, if I wrap her in my arms and I hold her, it's 5-10 minutes and she gets it out and then she calms down and then she's okay and we can move on. And it could be, sometimes she just like needs to melt down sometimes. I think it's like this buildup of too much sensory and she just needs to get it out. And that works for her. So again, that is my 2 cents on that. That may or may not work for you and your child. It's certainly something you're welcome to try. Obviously, be aware of your own safety. If your child is super strong, don't put yourself in a situation where you could get hurt. But I always basically have my daughter where her head is away from me, like we're spooning, right? I spoon her, I wrap around her. I just saw biting and I'll come back and see what the details were, but I make sure that she can't bite me. I make sure that she can't hit me or kick me, and I just hold her. And so I would love to know if that works for some of you, but that's what works for us for now, while she's 4 and still kind of small. Let me go back and look at some of these comments here. Let's see. The other thing, for those of you that deal with hitting and kicking, if it's not during a meltdown, because again, during a meltdown, children have almost no control. They really don't know why they're upset, and really have very little control over what's going on. But during a tantrum, or in general, if you have a child that hits or kicks, one of the things that we've done is we have a stuffed animal, and you're allowed to hit that. Only that. That's all that's purpose for. You could have a pillow, whatever, right? So it could be like, this is the pillow. And sometimes they just need to get out that frustration. Let's give them a safe place to do that. We don't hit people. We don't hit walls. We don't hit mommy. We can hit this. You are allowed to hit this. And it's something that's not going to hurt them, not going to hurt you, not going to damage any property, and give them a place to get that out. Have you ever been really, really upset about something and you couldn't get it out, and then you just dwell on it, and then you're more upset, and then you're more upset? And it's the same for our children, except they have so little impulse control. And so if we tell them, oh, you just can't do it, right? You can't get that out in any way, it tends to build. But if we let them have somewhere safe to get that out, I don't know, have you ever been so frustrated and I've been on the phone, like DDD or something, I've been so frustrated and I just hung up the phone and I screamed. Right? Nobody's in my house. I'm all by myself. I waited. I held my patience. I hung up the phone and I screamed and I screamed and I screamed and I screamed to get it out, because you're frustrated. Same thing for our kids. We just want to have a safe place. It's okay. In your room, you can close your door and yell if you need to yell. In your room, or right here on this pillow, it's okay if you need to hit only this pillow, and be very clear about those lines. We don't hit people, but you can do it here. You can get out your frustration here. Talk to your therapist and see what they say about that. But it's something that we found super helpful. So, just something for you guys. Let's see what else we got here. Bullying grandma. It's hard to know why my son is cool and calm. Why or when, Nina? Confused. Lisa, you said yes, she wants grandma's iPad. I feel you. I want grandma's iPad too. All right, let's see. My nephew hates the doctor's office. How can I get him not to scream? He's only 2. We have to hold him down. Yeah, so I'm still working on that one with the dentist specifically. My daughter's been seeing a dentist since she was 6 months old. He is like the nicest person on the planet. His office is super casual and friendly, and it's not a scary environment or anything. I have honestly zero reason or understanding why, where she got this hatred for the dentist from. But literally from the moment we walk in the door, it's like they're murdering her over and over again. It is awful. And he's so nice. So it could be some of the noises in the office. It could be smells. For us, I think it is noises. So we're going to try some headphones the next time we go. Could be smells. Could be all sorts of, he could remember the shots. Could be all sorts of things. So sometimes, especially if you can do it at a doctor's office, try changing the environment. So the question is, does he only freak out when you actually get into the exam room, or does he freak out as soon as you get to the the waiting area, things like that? See if there's, where is that happening? Where is that fear happening? And then if it's only in the exam room, talk to the doctor and say, hey, you know what? It's always hard to examine my child because he's always freaking out in the exam room. Is there somewhere else that we can maybe try, is there an office here that we could maybe meet in and see if that's just a better environment for him? Some doctors are open to it, some are not, but sometimes it's a really good time saving, and it's at least a good trial and error for you to see what is triggering this fear. Is it just the doctor? Does he freak out when the nurse comes in? All those kind of things. So that's kind of a longer chat there. I know potty training, I'm coming back to that. Brenda, sorry, I meant, when he is a dirty diaper, he'll reach and grab it. Go back a couple weeks ago. You'll have to look through. There's a lot of posts in this group, so I would do some Googling or some searching within the group. But there's another mom within the group, Anne, who was having some struggles with her son pooping in the shower. And then during that time, I did a live, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, talked about poop, and in general, kids that will touch it, will play with it. It's really, obviously to us as parents, disgusting, but it's actually a really normal phase of childhood development for a lot of children, even mainstream. So do some Googling on that. One of the things that was really helpful when I did some research on it. And a lot of parents had amazing positive feedback. Take it with a grain of salt if you think that this is appropriate or not. But as soon as their child would do that, instead of freaking out, getting mad, yelling, cleaning them up, any of that, right? They would take them to the shower and they would wash them, wash their bottom with cold water. And so it's not really necessarily like you're not mad, you're not yelling, you're just calmly reacting to it, right? But you're cleaning them up with cold water, which is not pleasant. And all of the moms, I'm telling you, go Google this, all of the moms, like all of them, said it took 2 times with cold water showers to clean up their children, and that was done over, they stopped. So something to consider, to look into. I do have some stuff, some like lives that I did in this group about potty training. Go back through those, and I talk about specifically working on pooping in the potty, because that is a whole other thing than having to pee in the potty. So check those out as well. For those of you that are looking for more support like this, Stronger Mommy does also have a digital course called Stronger Mommy University. It is a total of 6 modules that cover everything that we kind of deal with on a regular basis as parents who have children with special needs. Covers all of the stuff we talked about today and so much more. If you're interested in Stronger Mommy University, it is a paid program. It is discounted right now in pre-launch, but I'm getting ready to close pre-launch as people are getting in. There's a ton of really good information in there. If it's something that you want to know more about, let me know and I can get you some information on it. If not, I'm always here for you guys, and I absolutely love having you guys in this group. I'm Chantel Turner, and thank you for joining me. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.